Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Twitter Things. Today in this video we are going to see C# strings. So how to do a string concatenation and string interpolation, how to access the strings which are present in a long string, like special how to access any character from a string. What are the special characters which we are having, like quotation, how you can give in a particular string, like how to highlight a value in a string. So all these things we are going to see in this video, so don't skip any part, watch this video till end. And if you haven't watched the previous videos in this series C sharp tutorials, like go to my channel and check out the playlist where you will have the previous videos where we have explained so many things, like how to apply comments, how to declare variables, how to assign a values to a variables and data types, how to do typecasting, how to get input and display output in C sharp. What are the different types of operators we have? What are the math methods we have to do simple mathematical operations we have seen so far. So now strings. Let's see how you can do manipulations to a string in C sharp. Like strings are used for storing text, right? So series of like collection of characters we call it as a string. So string variable contains a collection of characters surrounded by double quotes. Whenever you see double quotes, you can consider that particular thing as a string. So see this example: creating a variable of type string and assigning it a value like hello. So greetings is a variable which is of string type where I am assigning a value called as hello. So this is one kind of assigning a value and declaring a variable likewise. Here the string value can contain many words if you want. Not only in hello, you can give a bigger string also, like nice to meet you. You can give spaces also because that is also a character, right? Space is also a character. Like these are the two different types of greetings, like hello, nice to you. These are the greeting one and greeting two. If you display both, and you can get the same spaces and everything. So this is one type of string. Hello, nice to meet you. And next, same string length. How to find the length of a string, like how we do in other programming languages. Here also you can find the length of a string by using dot length property. So in C sharp is actually an object which contains properties and methods that perform certain operations on strings. For example, the length of the string can be found with the length property, like I said now. So if the text we have given, say, a b c d e f g up to z, if you want the length of the string which we have specified here in the text variable, you can use dot length property. Like if you give text dot length, then it will give the result as length of this particular string. The length of the particular string, I'm giving the text and having appending that with the length by using this dot length property. So this plus here, it can be used as a concatenation kind of thing. It will add these two strings and give you the output. The try editor is there where you can see the output here, like abcz. You're getting the answer as 26 here, which the length of the string. If I miss any one, it will give you the correct answer. It will give the length as now 25 because we have removed z from this string. It is 25 like this. Not only like this, if you give any text like hello or hi, it will tell you how many like how many spaces it have occupied, length of the string it will give. So 3 plus 5, 5 is the length of the string. Like it will add any or any kind of thing, like dots or spaces. It will calculate all the kind of things. So by this dot length property, you can get the length of a string. And other methods also we have, not only dot length. The string methods available are dot like to upper or to lower, that returns a copy of string copy to lowercase or uppercase. This will not modify the actual text here, but it will give you the copy of the result. Just go to try it editor, and let's see here. Text is a hello world. Here text dot upper up to upper, I have given a method. So it will convert and gives output as all or caps, and to lower it will give all lower letter kind of thing. So whenever I display like after this kind of like changing that text value, if I print that text again, so the text will not alter, but it will give you the copy of the result. That's why, that's what only. So whenever I print like text at the last line, it will give me the input which we are entering into the text only. So here you have to keep it in mind, like here we are just giving a copy of result only, but we are not altering the text actually. So variable actually. So this is all about two upper and two lower is the methods which we can apply for strings along with dot length kind of method. So next what we have to know in strings is concatenation. Concatenation is nothing but adding or combining the two strings. Like we have plus operator which is used to add like between two strings to can combine them. So use it to between two strings to combine them. It is called concatenation. As I told you, it will concatenate the two strings. Concat the two strings. So its first name is John, last name is Joe. So it will add first string and last string so that it will get the name resultant as John Dio. So this is a string concatenation, we call it as like addition of two strings. So this is all about string concatenation can be done with the plus operator. We have to note that if you have added any space here, John space, then only it will add up. If you remove the space here, so here you can see John, if you remove the space then you will not get the space, because while adding the two strings it will not insert any space in between this, but it will add to the next line itself. If you want the space, then you have to make sure that your first name should have some space so that it will give you that space, or otherwise you can have the space before this last name also so that it will give the space likewise. So but addition of these two things will not any add any space between two strings. You have to keep it in mind, that one point. So also you can use this method which we have, that is concat method. If you give any string, if you have any two strings, you can use this method, like how we have other things like convert to one type data type to other data type. Like this we can also concat it by using this concat method. String dot concat, you have to specify the two strings which you want to contact, connect like or combine. So concat first string, first name and last name, so that the name you will get the same like how we are getting now. So instead of this, what you can do is string dot concat. In that method you have to pass this first name and second name as two parameters, so that you will get the resultant output. So the you have to follow the syntax like this you have to give, otherwise it will not consider that is a method there in that particular thing. Here you get the output, right? So like this we can use string dot concat. So these are the things, and adding numbers and strings. So plus can be used for addition purpose, and also here in the strings concatenate purpose. So methods are added whereas strings are not added, but it is content like appended. Like we can say it as a um, concat combined, you can call it as. Like if it is a number it will give the resulted as 30. If it is a two strings it will give as 1020. It will not add, but actually it will combine or append, we can say 1020 you will get. You have to understand this point while you are using plus operator in case of integers, in case of strings. You can see the difference here, right? So in this of 1020 as an integer it will give result 30, 1020 as a strings which will give 1020 as a result, which is of two string types. We are combining them but not adding, so you have to keep it in mind, that thing. So next we have a string interpolation. You have to know about string interpolation. So the other option like adding two kind of things, or appending two strings, can also be done by using this concept called string interpolation, which substitute the value of a variable into a placeholder in the string. Note that we don't have to worry about spaces like concatenation. Like in concatenation it will not give you or add spaces. If you are adding there, you have to make sure that if we have space here in the first name, and then if you add, then only your space will come. But in case of string interpolation there is no such problem. Here you see first name have John, there is no space after John, and last name as Joe. So name, what we are doing is I'm adding some text here. So after that what I'm adding is I'm adding some placeholders like first name and last name as a names, but not like this variables only, but we are taking in the form of interpolation. So we are making sure that this syntax should be there, like whatever the value which you want to get the value into that type, you have to use this curly braces, and you have to add this dollar symbol before, because it should be in a string format like that. This entire syntax will called as a string interpolation. You also note that you have a dollar symbol when you are using string interpolation method. So whenever you are using this curly braces as a string interpolation to substitute the value of that variable in the particular field, then you have to use dollar symbol here. String interpolation was introduced in C Sharp in the version 6. Previous to that version, we don't have this kind of thing. To avoid such like how we are adding space before John. So if you don't add this, it will give you don't give you the space in between two things. So to avoid that purpose, what we can do is we can add this, use this string interpolation. So whenever you are using string interpolation, you have to use dollar symbol, and after that what we have to add is you have to use curly braces. So here you can give space how much you want, so that you can specify the like a variable name, so it will give you that variable value or substitute that variable value into that place, so in the form of string. So this is called string interpolation, we call it as. So we are expecting here a semicolon whenever whenever the line ends in C sharp, you have to give semicolon, otherwise it will throw you an error. So this is, you can see now you have a space, but here we have not haven't mentioned any space, but here I have given. So the problem of adding space in either in first name or last name can be overcome if you are going and using with string interpolation kind of thing. So this is all about string interpolation, which is introduced in C Sharp version 6. Whenever you are using, you have to make sure that dollar is using. So then only it will consider that a string a type of string interpolation. Then only substitute values there in this placeholder kind of things. Otherwise, it will not work. Next, we have access strings. So we can access characters in a string by referring to its index number. Like inside square brackets, you have to give specify that index number so that you can get that particular string. So this is an example where you will print the first character in my string. So you see, from zero it will start. The index will start whenever you give my string as index zero. So this is nothing but the character which is present in the first place that will be fetched. So my string of 0 is nothing but h will be fetched. The output of this will be h. So this is like accessing characters from a string can be done by using this brackets. Like it is a string array, right? So string is nothing but character array. So whenever my string of 0 is nothing but h, my 0 of 1 is nothing but e. So like this, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 will be the index, the last index. Zero, from 0 will index will start. So length of this thing will be 5. So this is all about accessing characters in my string. So index starts with 0, and 0 is the first index starts with 0. 0 is the first character, and s of 1 is the second character. So sorry, my string of 1 is the second character, and my string of 2 will be the third character. My string of 4 will be the fifth character. Likewise, this is all about string accessing. So in this example, you can see second operator e as output. You can also find the index of a specific character in a string by using index of. If you don't know index of that particular character, you can use this method called as index of. So whenever you use the index of and you can specify the string present in that particular string, it will give the output as which index this particular string is present. Like you will get one answer here. So like this also you can do. So try this example and get the index of that. So see, if I give a here as 0, sorry, I'm giving, yeah, it will give the index 4 because last index will be 4. Even it is a 5 digit number, index starts from 0, so the index of 0 will be 4. So this is how you can get the specific position of an value by specifying that index. Another useful method which we have is substring. So what is the substring means? It will extract the characters from a string, like starting from a specified character or a position or index, and returns a new string. This method is often used together with index of to get the specified character position. For example, if you have a name as John Dio and you have the index of D, you are getting some location of that D, and last name, now you want to get the last name. So name dot substring of, so from D character I want to separate that string. From there you will get the rest of the string. So you will get the last name as do. So we are storing that substring into last name, so we are printing that. So this is basically used to get the extract the characters from a string starting from a specified index. So whatever the index we are specifying, from there it will separate the string and it will give you that string as an output. So this is the use of substring. So this can be parallelly used with index of. So to get that from that point, you have to get a substring like that. So you will get last name from this. So this is all about substring and index of is the methods which are used while accessing strings from a particular string. The next thing which we have to know about strings is special characters. So special characters is nothing but we have a quotations like double quotes, because strings must be written within double quotes. Like C sharp will not understand, will misunderstand this string and generate an error. So you have this double quotes in a string. Again, if you use double quotes, it will throw an error. So to avoid these kind of errors, to get that double quotes for this particular string in a string, how you can solve this problem is, to avoid this problem you have to use backslash. To escape, this is an escape character, backslash escape character. Backslash escape character turns the special characters into string characters. So see, the special characters which we have is single quote. If you give backslash single quote, the result will be single quote in the string format. So if you give backslash double quotes, it will consider that as normal double quotes. If you give backslash, then it will consider as one backslash. So the sequence, here you can see the example to understand better. Here see, if you add this double quotes in the double quotes, then you have to use this backslash and then double quotes, backslash then double quotes, then you will get the resultant output as required. So next, similar with the single quote also, and for the backslash also. Let's see this with an example so that you will understand better. See, here we have this backslash. The character is called backslash. So here, if you want that, you have to add two backslash to get one backslash. And whatever the character here, see, I want to remove that everything. So I want some high here, but I want that in the quotation marks. So that is string also. Again, we have this quotation marks, then it will not consider that high as like this, give unexpected error. So for that, what I have to use, we have to use backslash. So whenever you give backslash between before these indications, then it will consider that as a double quotes. Then you will get the required output, like high in the double quotes you will get the output. So how this is how we have to perform like quotation marks in a string, like to highlight any particular string in a long string. Likewise, single quotes you will get. This is all about using backslash to get the required kind of thing, to avoid errors, like kind of thing. Next, we have another some useful escape characters in C sharp, that are new line, tap space, and backspace. These kind of things are also present in when comes to character kind of things. Whenever you give backslash, and it will go to new line. Whenever you give backslash t, it will go to new tab space will comes. Whenever you backslash b, it will give you a backspace. So you can also try these things also. Here I have hello first of all, and next what I'm adding is backslash n I am adding here. Let's see how this output comes so that you will understand what this backslash n actually do. So this is a string, right? So here you can see, whenever you give backslash, it will go to new line. Likewise, whenever you give backslash t, it will add a tab space there. So see, hello tab space, you will get a high as an output. Here you can see that is the backslash t. Next, one more thing which you have is backspace. So whenever you give backslash b, what will happen, let's see. So this is the special characters which we have in when it comes to string kind of concepts. So this is the outputs. You can also try these exercises. So fill the missing part to create a greeting variable which is of type and assign a value hello. It's very easy. Type is a string and variable name they want to give as a greeting, and the value they want to assign is hello. Submit your answer if you have written thing, and if it is a correct, then it will be good. and you will have some more exercises after this. You can also try those exercises and let us know how many exercises you have solved in related to strings. So that's all for this video. Hope you have liked this video and share this videos to your friends who are at learning stage of C sharp kind of things. And that's all for this video, and for many more videos subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for any further updates. Like, share and comment and subscribe. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.